So I went to therapy yesterday, and me and my therapist are trying to figure out like ways to get me off TikTok before bed. And
Yeah.
so one of them, well, I was like, I like to read, but like nothing is capturing me. Like I zone out. I don't want to read the words, and like then I feel like I'm wasting time. So I just end up putting my Kindle away and I go back on TikTok. And then more and more we got chatting, and she was like, "What if you like reread a favorite book?" And I was like, I can reread Akatar. So my therapist gave me permission to reread A Court of Thorns and Roses. That's all.
Wow.
Happy for you.
Therapist says Akatar is good for your mental health. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Midlight Crisis, a real podcast hosted by three grown-up biologists revisiting books from our teens, and it's totally cool. I am one of your hosts, Sophie, and today I have still been genetically recombined with a bird that has a superpower, but it's only 2%, despite everything.
Despite it all.
Despite it all, it's still you. That's an Undertale reference for everybody. Anyway,
Wow.
The bird that I have been genetically recombined with today is... Now you have to wait until I finish it, because there's a lot.
Okay.
The bird I am 2% combined with today is a Jedi Mind Tricks Swamp Elf Owl.
Jedi Mind Tricks Swamp Elf Owl.
Yeah.
You're just a word salad, huh?
I'm a word salad. We have to work backwards. The elf owl is the owl, which probably should have just been owl.
I think there might be other kinds of owls in the generator is the thing. I ran out of birds pretty quick.
I feel like elf could have gone in the... if elf is in the descriptor, then I could have been an elf owl. Damn.
Elf squared.
Elf squared. No, but I'm a swamp elf owl. What are those, swamp elves?
Yeah, a swamp elf.
Known for living in the swamps.
Yeah.
Elves.
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 I said what I said.
Yeah.
But I can also do Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
Which I guess that means I'm an elf owl that lives in the swamp that can tell you that these are not the droids you're looking for.
When you're sitting in your swamp and someone asks you a question, you just go, who? And they're like, oh my god, who am I? What a good question.
What a good question. Anyway, this has been a very long nothing about the bird I partly am. Who and what are you guys?
My name's Sam, and today I'm 2% mixed with Sophie's cousin, the nuclear cloud owl.
Nice.
Wow.
See? An owl?
Okay, so you put just regular owl in.
Elf owls are different. Did you not read Guardians of Ga'Hoole?
I don't think elf owls are more different than like a snowy owl and a great horned owl.
They're very small.
Yeah, okay. Did you also put pygmy owl in there? Anyway, Sam is a cloud owl.
Yeah.
A nuclear cloud owl,
I'm
which
a
is
nuclear
horrifying.
cloud. Yeah.
Like a dragon.
Like a mushroom cloud from a nuclear...
Oh. You're like a dragon.
You're like a dragon, but an owl?
Yeah.
You're like a dragon, but instead of saying roar, you say who?
Yeah. Isn't there a cloud owl in Pokemon?
There's a cloud bird dragon, and it is a dragon type.
It's dragon type because it's nuclear powered.
Because it's nuclear, yeah.
Yeah,
because
it's
of the
true.
clouds.
Because of the clouds.
Wow.
Great.
That's really scary. I think that's the scariest superpower so far.
Nuclear?
Nuclear cloud?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, cloud is the type of owl. You're getting confused again.
See, it's been like 2 years. I have persisted in interpreting that middle noun can be attached to either the superpower or as an adjective for the bird, and you refuse to play in this space with me.
No, I refuse, because that's not how bird name work.
But it is how superpower name work.
So you're telling me the species of this owl is just owl?
Yeah.
It's one of those owl-ass owls.
Yeah, you know. Like how yours was an elf owl, this one is just an owl.
Just a regular owl.
It's just a regular owl.
Okay, I'm done talking about this. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm a problem.
Yeah.
My name is Hannah. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I might actually be Sam today, because I am
Oh.
2% caffeinated Capelin tit.
Oh, nice.
It seems like it fits your vibe.
Because I
Mhm.
used to work with Capelin and I have huge tits.
I was gonna say we don't have to address the last part if you
Well,
don't
I'm
want
the-
to.
Oh, but we
you know,
did.
the caffeine.
It's true. My caffeine intake has gone up so much the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, see?
Rocky is bad for your caffeine intake.
He's really bad for my caffeine intake. Yeah, it does sound like you're me though. Yeah.
Great.
We're very close today, emotionally.
Yeah. Are we?
It's okay. We all know
We're a
I have
little
huge
unhinged.
tits and they hurt my back.
Yeah,
That's
unlike
great.
Hannah.
Yeah. Oh, I've
Well,
I think I'm the only person here who couldn't be labeled a tit.
Isn't that also like British slang for like a?
for dick.
Is it an annoying person or a dumb person?
Actually, yeah, I realized I shouldn't say dick because, anyways, yeah, it's for like an annoying or dumb person, I think. Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it could be any. So again, I'm the only person here who can't be.
I was gonna say I qualify from multiple angles.
No, we can all be tits. It's
Anyway.
fine. I'm actually a great tit, is what I am.
Oh, I'm a lesser tit probably.
Do you want to be a blue tit?
Oh, can I be a blue-footed booby instead? I like boobies way more than
Fine.
tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason we're still 2% combined
Still.
with birds that have superpowers.
Surely at this point, it's 100% of us. We've been 2% recombined so many times. Like, how much of the original DNA is even left?
That's right. We just keep rejecting the DNA. It's not a very successful surgery
Yeah.
we're undergoing. I
Yeah.
lived, bitch. That's our human DNA being like,
Now we're just 2% human.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like homeopathy, but with bird DNA.
Oh my god.
You just keep diluting it.
No.
I'm trying to say what we're doing here. We
Oh, what are we
are
doing here?
2% birds still because we're still almost done talking about Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment, the Bird Kid book. I almost said the bird with the book kids because I normally say the book with the bird kids.
The bird with the
fine.
book kids.
I thought I was fine today, but apparently I'm not.
We've infected you.
Yeah, but today we are doing our final thoughts episode.
Finally. Am I right, ladies?
It's the final warning for
Yep.
Oh my god.
that's the next
For
Maximum
saving the
Ride
world.
book. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so today we're just going to talk about our thoughts on the book, and then next time we're going to do the biology wrap up, which I think is how we normally do it.
Yeah.
That sounds
Great.
right.
Also, we need more time to prepare for the biology wrap up.
Yeah, though there's a lot of biology. No, there's a lot of
No.
episodes.
There's a lot of effort
Yeah.
from us, not from James Patterson, which I guess is a spoiler for my opinion on this book. I'm sorry. Let's backtrack.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, we're going to talk about our thoughts on this. I am the one who pitched this book because I liked it the most as a teen. Again, I think I read most of the books. Preparing for this wrap up, I didn't look at what the future books are about because I think we're going to talk about that later. But even just like hints of what happens in the later books, I was like, I think I read way more of them than I originally remembered reading. I think I may have almost read all of them, and I really liked them. And I don't know. I've said this before. Of all the books that are not supposed to be read this way, this one really is not supposed to be read this way.
No.
In my opinion, I think this book wouldn't have been as bad as we are finding it, as I am finding it, if I had read it normally, because I probably would have read it in like 4 hours. And I would have
Yeah.
just skip read past all of the returns to Central Park.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'm as hateful of this book as perhaps everyone else is. But like, it's not great. It's not good. I don't recommend
No.
reading this book. But I
No.
remember having a good time as a 14-year-old. So maybe it's different if you're 14. I don't recommend reading it at 32.
No, I read it. I read it at 16, so only 2 years later, and I didn't like it then either. So
Yeah. Yeah, because I really think you have to be a
Yeah.
14-year-old to enjoy this plot. Yeah.
Specifically. Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts. What about you, Sam?
I mean, I think it's fairly obvious how I feel
Yeah.
about this book. I hated it
off,
the first
Sam.
time I read it. I think
Hate it.
I don't know why. I no, I didn't, because the only reason I kept reading it was because I thought of Max and Fang, because
Yeah.
I don't know, apparently I thought they had chemistry. They do not.
Yeah.
But that was when I was in my emo stage, so like obviously Fang was the coolest thing ever.
Emo boy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Love
But
an
no,
emo
like
boy.
everything I remember disliking, because I remember thinking the writing was so childish when I read it the first time. And I was like, I knew coming back to it now, I was like, there's no way that I'm going to find any difference in this. And it's worse than I thought, because there was like barely a plot. Max is infuriating as a narrator. And like, it's just very much like, but it's a case of its time where it's flooded with, oh, I'm not like the other girls, which is
Yeah.
again, at the time,
Yeah.
it's what the people wanted.
Yeah. Sam, I think you've just said before to describe a certain type of like real life man as a man written by a woman, and
This is a
that's
woman
like a
written by a
positive thing.
man.
And I
Yeah.
feel like Max is a woman written by a man. Brackets derogatory.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree. And even though I think the ghostwriter was a woman, it's
Yeah.
just not done well. And like some things could have been forgiven if there was even any semblance of a plot,
Yeah.
but there wasn't.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of the book,
Yeah.
I guess the whole plot was to find the institute, but then it just like there's
But
so
then
much
they
stuff that
barely
doesn't
even do that.
yeah, and there's so much stuff that doesn't make sense. Like I will never not be mad about the fact that the Erasers and Jeb came to the beach, attacked them, and then left.
Just
Like that is the
Yeah.
perfect epitome of how I
Just
feel about
left.
this book, is that scene, because they just left, which makes no
Yeah.
sense, because then they get into another huge altercation just a few chapters later, and it's like, you had them there. Why did you just
Yeah.
leave?
Yeah.
It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, there's like no way that Max and the Bird Kids like they aren't better at anything than the Erasers. You know,
No.
like there's no way that they can win. And so it's like, why do they keep winning?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of feel like, related to Sam's point that there's no plot, I feel like there was a plot a little bit until they found Angel.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
it
Yeah,
dissolved.
That's fair. I mean, I don't want to like keep going. I don't like this book. I didn't like it when I first read it. I just yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I mean, I don't like this book now either. But I feel like now, as I felt also when I was a child reading these for the first time, or a teenager or whatever, my like overwhelming feeling is just disappointment
Mhm.
Yeah.
and frustration at the complete lack of effort put into this to try to make it like a good coherent
Yeah.
story. Because like the premise
It's
is so fun. I mean, okay, fun might be the wrong word considering all of the
Yeah.
atrocities, but like it's a cool premise. I loved the premise as a kid. I still probably would find it enjoyable as an adult done well. But it's like James Patterson and his ghostwriters just like did not care. So like why should I
Yeah.
care?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, the fact that it wasn't, you know, like you could actually make them not bird kids and tell the exact same story.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
nothing really about it that makes it special that they have like bird DNA. They could just be like genetically messed with humans. Like it just feels like they weren't fully committed to exploring a story about
Mhm.
bird kids.
Yeah, they weren't committed to their own premise. It's like, well, then
Yeah.
why did you do it? Also, I guess like a little bit of a spoiler for later in the episode. There is an entire page on the Maximum Ride Wikipedia dedicated to continuity problems and plot holes,
Oh, no.
which I feel like
Yeah.
is like my thing in parallel to Sam's scene on the beach that summarizes her feelings. This
Yeah.
is mine.
Yeah, that's fair.
The fact that you have a whole Wikipedia page about why the story doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
mine is that they never describe like Iggy's wing color at all in the entire series. Yours is the continuity
Yeah.
and
I
plot
didn't
points, and
realize
Sam's yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's my other one, that, like, the fact that they're birds is so
Yeah.
inconsequential that, like, one of the kids doesn't get described. The species of bird they're combined with doesn't matter. In the movie, which is a whole other kettle of fish, apparently you never see any of their wings ever.
What?
Yeah, they don't have the budget for it.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that sucks. Like, why?
I mean, it does make sense that the movie
Low
would
budget.
be terrible based on the source material
But
quality.
it's like, yeah, we've
But,
talked
like-
about this a million times, but it's like, make one of them an owl, make
Yeah.
one of them a fucking swallow and it goes
Yeah.
fast, make one of them a, like maybe
Yeah.
in a certain Christmas rom-com.
I was
Like in
just gonna
Christmas,
say, we did it so well.
Like maybe
we did
an
a really good
upcoming
job.
Hallmark movie. Talk to us, Hallmark. If you have a huge CGI budget.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a huge CGI budget, we can also do the vampire Christmas rom-com. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The dragon
Just
one also
saying.
needs a big budget. Anyway, I mean, I think that pretty accurately sums up our feelings.
Yeah, like, I wish I had nice things to say, but I just feel a little let down and aggravated.
There
by this book.
and I don't want to get into like teeny tiny details that annoy us, like, oh, and like
Yeah.
this time and that time and the other thing and that, because like that's not really what we're here for right now. We do that during the normal episodes.
Yeah, that was the previous
Yeah,
33
exactly.
something episodes.
Yeah, but I think suffice to say, I had fun talking about this book with you guys. I did not enjoy rereading it. As a book, I wouldn't
Yeah.
reread it again.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a great book.
Not a
No.
great book.
And like you said, I think it would be okay if you treated it as a book where you turn your brain
Yeah.
off and just like
Or if you were
blast through it.
14.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, for
genuinely.
sure.
I think this book would be a lot better if we were 14, you know?
Yeah, and I guess like a point in its favor is, unlike Twilight, there isn't like a ton of, I guess you could say, like, bad relationships being portrayed positively. Like, the bad things that happen are portrayed as
Yeah.
bad things.
Yeah.
So it's not like gonna trick 16-year-olds into getting into abusive
Yeah.
relationships.
Although I can get mad about evil scientist propaganda.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And shag
Yeah,
carpet.
and shag
Oh my god, never
Laps.
be not mad about that. Oh.
I'm gonna be like periodically remembering that for years
The
and
early
just like
2000s were a different time.
it was a
shag
different time.
carpet was
People thought
in.
different back
It
then.
laughed.
There's
Labs.
no way any lab even then had shag carpet. There's no way.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no way,
Right,
right?
Yeah. No.
Literally,
There's
the
no
lab,
chance.
the building that I worked in to do my master's thesis was built in the 70s, i.e. shag carpet time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
peak
doors
shag carpet.
say no smoking in the labs because it was built in a time when you were allowed to smoke in the rest of the building.
Oh.
Yeah, and
That's
there's no
wild.
carpet.
Yeah, but
So-
the asbestos will get you.
yeah, but the asbestos
Hmm.
carpet. Maybe the carpet's made of asbestos for cleanliness.
Oh god.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. For fireproofing. I mean, listen, it causes
Yeah.
mutations in your
They're
lung
actually
cells.
just trying to study regular humans, and it's the deep lab carpeting that causes mutations.
There's so many carcinogens and like random nucleotides just living
Yeah.
in the carpet that they're like, wow, we tried to do IVF and
With a
ended up
bird
with a bird
kid.
kid. How
Whoops.
weird is that?
We keep ending up with dog boys. What's going on?
What's going
Really,
on
our
here?
biggest takeaway from this book is the carpeting is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cardinal sin for sure.
No, well, I mean, and the, children genetic experiments that
Yeah. First,
Mm,
deep
mhm.
carpeting.
That too.
Second, child
For,
experiments.
yeah. Second, poor
experimental design.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep.
Sorry, of course. Third,
Yeah,
child experimentation.
yeah. Third, illegal, immoral, and unethical experimentation
Yeah.
on children.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
since we didn't immediately all borrow the next books from the library, we thought it would be fun if Hannah maybe tells us what happens in the next books instead.
Listen, the thing is,
How fun is it?
I read the summaries and then I read each of their independent Maximum Ride wiki pages. I still don't think I can tell you what happens in this series.
Wow. Is there any plot in any of the books?
Listen. Yeah, the next book, they start off by going to DC to try to find the information from the papers that Max had in her pants.
Yeah.
Which turn out to be a complete dead end,
great,
and nothing
of
comes of
course.
them, which is
Of
really cool.
course.
They get attacked by erasers so bad that Fang ends up in the hospital. Then they get kidnapped by the FBI and sent to a regular school. But they have to run away again when Max meets her murderous clone, Max II, and has to fight to the death with her, but doesn't kill her. They learned that the Institute and the school are part of an evil corporation called Itexicon Corporation.
Itexicon. Do they also do plumbing?
Good question. I was thinking squid.
Oh yeah, Ilex.
Squid is Ilex, yeah.
Yeah, I think the plumbing is IPEX. PVC
There's also
pipes.
the ibex.
Oh yeah.
The antelope.
Do they also make antelopes?
Probably, yeah. Antelope bird children.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then once they get to this like ITEX thing that they're planning to destroy half the world's population because I guess it's run by Thanos, then they get sent to study ocean pollution and in Antarctica. And, quote, a few members of the flock are captured by the Uber director.
The Uber director.
The Uber director?
The Uber director?
Because they probably had to fight the director in one of the other books, and now it's like, no, it's the Uber director now.
Yeah. In the previous book, they had to fight the director, who is an evil woman whose name I've immediately forgotten, but she was also a genetic hybrid with a Galapagos tortoise, and she was 107 years old. Something happened to her, and now there's an Uber director who's a bunch of organs in an android body.
No.
There's some kind of climax that happens during a hurricane. I don't really know what it is, but the hurricane comes up multiple times. Then they go to an environmental...
Sharknado?
No, that happens later.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Then they're at an environmental awareness show in LA, Mexico City, and Hawaii, and they get attacked by a bunch of bionic robots called M-Geeks. And they have to figure out what's happening at the bottom of the ocean. So they take a submarine trip down to the bottom of the ocean and befriend undersea monsters.
Okay.
Then
Wait. Any fun undersea monsters? Which undersea monsters?
I didn't ask.
You do. Wait, who would you ask?
Max, a Maximum Ride novel.
Oh, okay, I'm putting that one down. I'm going to read that one.
And Fang, a Maximum Ride novel. They then go to Africa. They meet more mad scientists and also Dylan, who is another bird kid who is specifically engineered to be Max's perfect mate. And over the course of the rest of the series, Max and Fang have like a will they, won't they, and then Max dates Dylan for a while, and Fang dates Max too for a while, and it's all like, it sounds a little toxic and gross.
Yeah, gross.
Anyway, then there's a doomsday group. So there's ITEX, and then some other evil government, and now there's the doomsday group, and they brainwash people.
Mind steal,
They brainwash people. They have to go to Paris, and then after a big bomb, Angel is missing again. The rest of them go to normal school. Fang and his gang have broken off from the main flock, but decide to come back to the regular flock. They rescue Angel, and then... Wait, did I miss one? At some point, Angel is 7 years old, and she kicks Max out of the flock and decides to be the leader, and then Max is really depressed for a while.
Angel does get evil.
She does get evil. Then they go to a remote island where they will be safe from the approaching apocalypse. Somewhere, somehow on the island, there is a plague, a volcano, and a meteor. Most people die, including almost all of the secondary characters.
Oh my god. Wait.
Then
like Dr. Martinez and Ella and all them?
Yeah, Dr. Martinez and Ella explicitly die off screen in this book.
Die off screen?
Off screen, yeah.
Oh my god.
You only find out that they're dead in the next book, which is Maximum Ride Forever. And in Maximum Ride Forever, they come up with a new enemy called the Remedy, who has horsemen, and they shelter in Machu Picchu during a 5-year-long nuclear winter. Which is when Max and Fang have their daughter. And then we get to Hawk and City of the Dead, which are the new books that come out after a time skip in the post-apocalyptic world where Max is in jail. Phoenix, Max and Fang's baby, is now named Hawk, and she knows nothing about her family. And they free Max from prison, defeat the corrupt leaders, then have to save the city from another plague, and then there's a bunch of other mutants living in the woods around Machu Picchu, and then the renegades bring a battery that raises a temperature for the plague to take hold. And there's
So,
a bunch of
like-
people. Uh-huh.
So at what point did Max save the world? At any point?
I mean, some people did not die during the apocalypse.
Okay.
So it might be that.
The apocalypse that the ITEX Corp made.
I don't actually know how the apocalypse happened.
Okay, cool. Maybe they saved some people from the hurricane. I seem to remember that.
Yeah, I think they saved themselves from the hurricane. I think they were in jail in a lab, and the hurricane like broke the building and allowed them to escape or something.
Wow. So the
Anyway, do I
hurricane
sound
saved
like
them.
a 4-year-old telling a story?
Yeah, you do. And also I take it all back because all of that sounds fun. I'm maybe these
I just,
next
like-
books are good.
I don't think so.
Okay, but
No.
Okay, even if you look at like the reviews, that's like, oh, Maximum Ride the Angel Experiment got like generally good praise, and then Schools Out Forever got generally poor praise, poor reviews,
yeah, poor praise.
poor praise. It
Yeah.
was badly praised,
Okay.
and then it just kind of continues like that. Anyway, it's a lot.
Okay, but it also just sounds like a chaotic action movie franchise, you know? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
withholding judgment on the contents itself.
I'm judging the contents, but I mean, it could be okay.
I'm judging the contents where, like, for some reason, Max and Fang break up and then start their own factions, and then...
Yeah, it sounds like they're very on and off again through like 4 of these books.
That's wild.
It is wild.
Well, that's fun. Probably.
Yeah.
Did you figure out who the voice was in her head through this?
Yeah,
'Cause
also what I wanna
just
know.
Googled it.
Right, okay, that's the thing that Sophie's going to be mad about.
Oh,
I said
no.
in the
Oh.
chat before we started that I found
Yeah.
something that Sam is going to be pissed off about and something that Sophie is going to be pissed
Wait,
off
what was the
about.
thing I was going to be pissed off about?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. I was like, I mean, I was pissed off about a lot of things you said, but I was
All of
like,
it?
I mean, yeah,
of it,
the whole
yeah.
thing.
Okay, what's the part that I'm going to be pissed off about?
Yeah, you are going to be pissed off about the voice.
Oh, no.
Because as we all know, the voice first appeared in this book shortly after Angel's rescue, and
Oh,
it
no.
gives Max cryptic and unhelpful advice.
Is it Angel?
But also a sort of a premonition. Yeah, so in which book is it? The 3rd-ish book, I think. It's implied that the voice comes from a microchip implanted in Max's brain, or the one in her arm.
Yeah.
However, there's no chip in her brain, and the chip in her arm eventually gets removed, and Max continues to hear the voice. So it's not coming from the microchip. The next theory is that it is Jeb, because Jeb reveals in, I think, the 3rd book that he has an ability to, quote, do the voice out loud, which implies that he's been the one behind it all along. But in the second last book, he says, no, it wasn't me. And at the end of the very last book in the original series, it is revealed that Angel was the voice all along.
Oh,
She has visions of the future and
God.
used the voice to warn Max and the others about them, which is confusing because the voice communicates through technology sometimes, which Angel doesn't seem to be able to do. Also,
Yeah.
the voice sometimes talks to Ari, Fang, Iggy, and the Gasman, and also Angel herself.
Wait, Ari comes back?
Yeah, so Ari... Okay.
Yeah, okay, we were right then.
Yeah, so Ari is not quite dead this time. He is rescued by the Whitecoats, and they fuse the bones in his neck together. They also graft wings onto him that cause him a lot
Oh,
of pain,
yeah.
and he gets addicted to painkillers.
Great.
Eventually, his expiration date appears on him, because I guess it's just spontaneously shows up when they're about to expire, and he gets really depressed and goes to join Max and the gang.
Oh, he gets a redemption arc.
He gets a redemption arc. He tries to become a good guy, and he collapses in the middle of a fight they're having with some mecha erasers. And Max is like, oh my god, is he hurt? But no, he has simply expired, and he dies in Max's arms.
Again.
They have again. They have a funeral for him, and Jeb goes crazy and starts cloning him, and then there's a bunch of Ari clones all over the place.
Oh my god.
Jesus
also
Christ.
somebody makes an Ari mecha droid.
Just
Yeah.
when you thought it
Follows
couldn't
Max
get
around.
more unhinged.
It's wild.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. I know everything you said though, especially Ari and the mecha erasers, all of that like triggered little memories in my brain. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely read those books.
Yeah.
Probably because it's the next book, I'm pretty sure.
I think he comes back in the next book. The mecha Ari is in Max, the book Max.
Right, okay. It's in Max. Oh no. Another voice.
Another voice in Max. I mean, Ari also has a Max, or a voice.
A Max.
A voice.
Wow, what a wild time.
Yeah, also, do you want to hear about the list of powers that
Yes.
the kids develop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who talks
so,
to fish?
Who talks to fish? Angel
Damn
talks
it.
to fish. But Max can breathe underwater.
Oh.
And what was the other one? Oh no.
There's only one other
three.
one? Wow.
I think she has one other one.
Oh, Max just has one other one. Okay.
Yeah, Max can breathe underwater. She can fly extremely fast.
Supersonic, right? Oh my god, I just
Supersonic.
remembered that. She breaks the
350
sound barrier
miles
at some
per hour
point.
in a fast dive. I don't
Oh
know
my
what the
God,
sound
she's a
barrier is.
peregrine. She's a peregrine falcon.
She's a peregrine falcon. She also, once in one book, temporarily shuts down her organs to play dead,
Ooh. It's what?
What?
which never happens again, like many other things
That's fucking wild.
in this series.
Okay, normally I am extremely glad that we don't do like a video podcast, but the number of times while you have been saying things that I've realized I'm making just the wildest expression. I'm like,
Yeah,
dang
same.
it. The visual journey my face has been on.
I wish I could see it. Who do we want? Whose powers do we want next? Fang? It seems like
Fang.
he's the
Next in order.
next in order, yeah. So Fang does not have as many abilities.
Yeah.
No, I lied. What the fuck? I just saw this one for the first time. Hey, what the hell? Okay, so Fang, like Max and Angel, and eventually Nudge, develops the ability to breathe underwater.
Wow.
He gets very speedy because got a blood transfusion from Max, and that made him faster. His
Are they the same
Like-
blood type? We don't know.
we don't know. The blood type is B for bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
He develops the ability to become near invisible and camouflage while holding still, which only shows up in one book.
Great.
And then also, quote, it is revealed that his DNA holds the key to immortality, and as a result, he is more likely to survive an incident.
Oh, that's why he could
Wait.
get the shit kicked out of him and he didn't die.
Yeah, probably. He's
Oh.
also, like, skimming through the summaries, he is definitely the punching bag of the group. Like,
Yeah.
every single book is like, Fang gets, like, badly beaten, Fang is injured.
Oh
At
my
one point,
God.
he dies and is resuscitated, and I think at the end, he loses a wing.
Whoa.
So that's
Aw.
rough.
The next book, he'll grow it back.
Yeah, probably.
Like, wow. Okay, Iggy.
Iggy. We know most of these. I mean, not even most of these. He only really has two.
Okay.
One of them I mentioned earlier, where he can feel colors.
Yeah.
And in relation to that, he discovers that he can see whiteness. So if something is bright white or standing in front of a bright white background, he can see it.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
Also, he's good at bombs.
Great. Good.
Yep. So that's all he does.
Yeah.
He cooks food, he makes bombs, and he feels color.
I'm guessing the Gas Man has a similarly short list.
Yeah, so the Gas Man actually has two superpowers. I don't think he or Iggy ever develop gills like everyone else. But Gas Man... Oh, now I remember what Sam's gonna be mad about. The Gas Man's, like, unusual ability is that he can mimic any sound or voice, which he usually uses as a prank because he's 8. But also, quote, aids him in combat and stealth situations such as the covert ops training because they trained with Navy SEALs to infiltrate a secret base.
Yeah.
The other...
Oh no. I'm afraid it's going to be about his gastric problems, isn't it?
Yeah. He manifests the new mutation of releasing a noxious yellow-green mushroom cloud of gas.
No. No.
No.
This is slander.
That's so rude.
Yep, it's pretty mean.
Sam and
I'm
her
done.
gastrically challenged dog are right there. They can both hear
Yeah.
you.
How dare.
I mean, maybe it could be a superpower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Trust me, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what a crime
Oh.
they've done to this boy.
Yeah, I also forgot when I was talking about Iggy that he, along with Nudge, finds his birth name, and his was James.
Oh,
So
happy
there's
for him.
that. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Nudge,
Yeah.
in addition to her psychometry, she develops like a very high level of skill in computer hacking And also magnetism. She can attract metal to her at will, which she discovers in an airplane, possibly the worst place to learn that you can do something like that.
I was gonna say, let me guess, it only happens once.
I think that one actually happens more than once.
Okay.
She does develop gills off-screen, unlike Max and Fang, who I think developed them on the page.
Sure.
But she just, like, at one point is living underwater and can breathe.
Okay, wait, the other ones get, like, actual gills, not like Angel?
Sorry, no.
Okay.
No, the same gills as
thing
Angel.
Okay.
Yeah, they call them undetectable gills.
Yeah, convenient.
Yeah.
I would say having magnetism is literally the opposite of what you want when you're a computer person.
Yeah,
Since
but
that
it's
can
at
wipe
will,
all your hard
so
drives.
Maybe she uses it with her hacking to break shit.
Yeah, okay, yes.
I think she mostly uses it for unlocking doors.
Delete it. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
So what superpowers does Angel have?
Yeah. She gains numerous powers throughout the series.
Yeah, I bet she does.
She definitely does.
Yeah.
So she has the telepathy, but as she gets older, she also gains the ability to control people's minds and their abilities, which is creepy. She can breathe underwater. She can shapeshift, which literally only happens once.
Classic.
And then she's the voice. I don't know.
Give them these superpowers and only have them do things once. Give them one superpower and then find fun, clever ways for them to use it. You know?
Yeah, I think this, like, I vividly remember Angel getting an additional superpower and then it disappearing as, like, the trigger that made me stop reading this series.
Yeah.
Because it was too ridiculous.
Yeah.
She also can read the minds and detect the gender of whales that are nearby and talk to fish.
Yeah. Yeah, why
and
not?
she's capable of surviving the pressure deep underwater without protective gear. So she's basically indestructible and also can mind read and shapeshift.
Great.
And has visions, I guess. Since the voice knows what's going to happen in the future, I guess Angel must know that information too.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Also, Total learns to speak and gets married twice to 2 different dogs.
What?
Yeah. So does he also have human level intelligence?
Yeah.
If he's talking?
He can speak, he can jump very, very high, he eventually grows wings. Initially, he gets married to Malamute.
Okay.
Who is just a regular dog. But they have, like, a whole wedding ceremony. Angel's like a flower girl or something.
It feels weird for a dog with human level intelligence to marry a regular dog.
It does feel really weird.
Like, literally, it's just his trophy wife.
Yeah. Luckily, she dies when everyone else does.
Oh, good. Great.
And then Total gets married to someone else off screen and has a daughter.
Okay.
Lovely.
Okay. Sure.
So, did any of that make a lick of sense?
No.
Yeah, not to me either.
No, I think it's just validated my feelings that this is all batshit fucking crazy.
It is so unhinged.
It's so
It's
unserious
like a
that I almost
Wattpad.
respect it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not taking itself seriously in any shape or form.
But not like in a fun way, you know?
No, it's not in a fun way. No.
No, it's in a really kind of way. Like, are you serious?
It's in like a trying to be edgy, like, and be this edgy, cool, crazy book, sort of like Max is trying to be the edgy female protagonist. Like, the whole thing is very much like the character that they created with Max, and it's just, ugh.
Yeah. Do you want to know about the only way in which this book could get worse?
Not really.
And it's not the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can tell you the way it got worse.
Okay, you can guess first, and then I'm going to tell you the real reason.
Okay, I'll tell you one and finish my segment.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, which is mostly just that in the manga, all of the designs are ridiculous, but I am really opposed to the fact that they took 11-year-old Nudge, gave her giant boobs and spaghetti straps, and put her on the cover of the manga in a sexy pose.
Oh,
no.
God, she's 11.
I'm not okay with that.
I'm not okay with that.
I'm not okay with it.
But then we open a whole can of worms with every single high school manga that exists.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm also having feelings about the fact that she's the only one who's drawn overtly sexy, and she's also the only one who is not white.
Yeah.
I'm kind of having an issue with.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, other than that, I was thinking in a way specific to us. What would you say made Twilight way worse? Was it the fact that we also read Midnight Sun from Edward's perspective at the same time?
Yeah. I am so upset.
So I'm going to tell you about Fang's blog.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I did see that Fang has a blog.
In 2012, somebody decided to make Fang's blog, which is called Fang Not Fnick.wordpress, because there's a part where Fang is going by Nick, I think when they're at school. And at one
they all
point,
have fake names at the
he
school.
goes like, I'm Fnick. And then that just becomes a running joke forever. At the top of the blog, it just says Avian American. This is still active. This is
Avian
still
American?
up. Yeah, he's
So wait,
Avian
this is
American.
fan made though? Like this is a fan thing?
No.
No, it's like in the books.
If you go, like, if you pass
Oh.
2 pages past where the epilogue is, it promotes Fang's blog, which is why I was
no.
nobody read this. I need to tell you about it on the podcast.
Gotcha.
So let me just give you some brief summaries of some of
Please
his blog
tell me.
posts.
Is it still, when you mean still active, is it still being updated, or is it just like still live?
The last post was in January of 2021. So up
Okay.
to you on if it's still active.
Yeah.
That's when the new Hawk book came out though, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
hate
they
this.
want to post anything about that could mess with future books. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. Oh no.
I don't even know how to open this. It's just so funny. I'll open the first blog post and I'll read just a little bit of it. Okay, the first blog post on March 3rd, 2012. Normal is a bit of a loose term. For some it means boy trouble, school issues, the divorce of parents, that sort of thing. For others it means, say, possibly running for their lives, saving the world, developing mutant powers. Easy stuff.
Oh my god. See, why does he sound like Max now?
Right. Those who read the last sentence correctly
Where did his
are
where did his
probably a little
personality go?
freaked. Oh, he's got personality. Just you wait.
Oh no.
He's got Max's personality.
Yeah.
He's borrowing it.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm only 98% human. Oh, and I almost forgot. 2% bird.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there.
Yeah.
I'm 2% bird.
Meaning I can fly. Not only that, but I also have raptor vision and the tendency to develop unintentional mutant powers. Is it fun?
Oh, yeah?
Heck yeah. But it's also extremely dangerous.
H-E double hockey sticks, yes.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Oh my god, that's what every single post sounds like. And
But that's not his personality.
I
that's
guess
Max's
it is
personality.
because Fang doesn't say anything in the books actually,
That's a good point.
which is exactly like Edward. This is what I was thinking about. You don't ever hear
Oh.
Edward's thoughts on any subject. And so we're getting the same thing here with Fang where it's like this guy is annoying as hell, just like Max.
Yeah, turns out.
He's also
the only
14.
reason he was interested. Yeah.
And it sucks.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess that's on me for assuming that his job title on the wiki is blogger.
Exactly. So anyway, some of the other posts. In April 2012, Fang drops his supercomputer off a cliff, and that's why he hasn't been blogging, okay?
Oh.
Then Fang is trying to grill food for everyone and
Okay.
is checking his Facebook status. He says Facebook.
Oh.
This is trying to prove that he's up to date and cool.
Yeah.
So he tries
For
to
sure.
grill and is checking his Facebook status, and then the grill explodes because he wasn't paying attention, and Gasman stole the fire extinguisher before, so Fang can't find it. Now there's a hole in the side of Dr. Martinez's house, which is where they live in
Whoa.
2012.
Okay.
Fang gets grounded
Because he's 14.
because he's 14. End of April 2012. The post is called Epic News with an exclamation point.
Oh, God.
And the epic news is that Fang is on Pottermore.
Oh, my God.
No.
His
What?
username is Shadowheart20911, which sounds girly and depressed.
What? What?
But it's better. It's
911.
better than one of the other usernames, which sounded girly.
Yeah, can't have that.
Yeah, in this blog post, he calls himself, seriously, Sexy Fang,
No.
and calls Max an attractive blonde female.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You use
In
the
May
female
2012.
word? Like,
Yeah, he uses female.
The F word.
Yeah, the F word.
Oh.
May 2012, the next month. There are 6 posts in this month.
no.
Okay.
Fang writes his will out on the blog because he was walking down the hallway, quote, minding my own sexy business,
No.
and then a lamp fell and hit him on the head. And so
No.
in his will, he is giving his nerd comics to Iggy. The bombs and explosives that he stole from Gasman, he's giving back to Gasman. The crappy half-used Halloween makeup is going to Nudge. The gross jewelry gifted to him by Iggy is going to Max. And Angel gets
Okay.
his girly bike in the garage.
Okay.
And he gives Total his permission to marry Aquila.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, I
The next
hate
blog post,
this.
Ella pretend
No.
makes Fang and Max get married.
Okay.
Like they have a wedding where they exchange
Are they
vows
in
and have to
kindergarten?
kiss. Right? Like, I was like, isn't Ella like 15? Actually, in 2012,
They're
aren't they
all
like
15.
19? Anyway, then Max discovers that there's fan art on the internet of him and Max, which is like real fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, very meta.
It's actual people's fan art he posts on the blog. Most of
weird.
it is broken links at this point. Then there's a lot of like the younger kids pranking Fang
Uh-huh.
in like not nice ways. Like
Oh.
like more than like kind of what I would expect a kid to do to a sibling. Like it's kind of just really mean.
Oh.
So one of these the mean part is usually that they film it and put it on YouTube.
Of course, yeah.
So the 3 younger kids, Home Alone style booby trap the stairs. So Fang slips in a puddle of water and into a tube of neon pink paint.
Whoa. He can't have that.
A tube
That's
of
too
neon
girly.
pink paint. And it dyes
tube.
his entire wings bright pink.
Okay, that's funny.
And so he's running around in a towel with pink wings after a shower, and they put that on YouTube. Another blog post, Fang and Max go on a picnic and probably kiss.
Uh-huh.
Fang plays Truth or Dare with the kids, and they make him write on the blog that he loves Max, which he doesn't, okay?
Sure. Even though they're married.
Yeah, even though they're married. A blog reader dares Fang to write his expiration date on the back of his neck. And everyone
Uh-huh.
thinks he's dying, so they take him to the hospital.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't say gotcha.
Oh, yeah, he just lets it keep going.
Yeah, but that does give and he's like, and now I'm not allowed to post on the blog, but I stole Iggy's computer. Quote, that's why I'm posting this on Iggy's computer, which he hasn't noticed is gone as he's blind.
Aww. That's mean.
Yeah.
Uh,
Some other pranks. One of the other bird kids buys Fang a bunch of Victoria's Secret thongs for delivery under his name.
uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a lot of misogyny.
Yeah.
Fang is convinced by Gasman and Iggy to pretend to need CPR since and homophobia. Pretend to need CPR since Max just did first aid training, so she'll kiss him, except then a guy saves him instead. Oh, it's
Oh.
the worst.
How horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. What's next?
I think that's fine.
Yeah, no, there's a couple that are actually tied to some of the books and are just like super dark. Like Max gets
Uh-huh.
kidnapped to get brainwashed
Great, yeah.
in one of the books.
Yeah.
And so Fang trying to find her
Oh,
is like
God.
he goes to Chicago, and some of these are like the erasers steal Max, and then Fang goes back to where she was taken and finds a dead eraser like eviscerated,
Oh.
and an address is written on its body in blood.
Oh.
And then so the address is in Chicago, so he goes to Chicago to try and find Fang, find Max, find himself. And when he's in Chicago, he's like looking for Max, and at one point this like woman stops him on the street because he's like been wandering for days, and she's like, do you need a place to stay? And he was like, okay. And so he stays at her
Oh,
house.
God.
Her and her daughter get murdered by this same mystery person and
Oh.
left in a pool of their own blood with another address left in their
Oh.
blood. And then he
My
doesn't
God.
find her. Anyway, I don't know. The blogs are wild. Okay, but the last two, which are in 2019 and
No.
2021, there's only one each.
Okay. Okay.
In 2019, the blog post is just Fang devastated because Max says they need to take a break.
Okay.
They have a kid. And Max is like, I need a minute. And Fang's like, bye forever. And then there's no
Sure,
post
yeah.
again, because I assume that's what one of the books is about.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, he's like, I'm back to post a lot more, which he then doesn't
Also, they're like 30 at this point.
at this point. And he's like, me and Max are back together and in love. Also, we can't get COVID-19.
Does it say that?
Yep.
What?
That's basically the whole post. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think this was
2021.
going to come into... Yeah.
Yep.
Wait,
post is
how
just-
can COVID... Isn't their universe in a nuclear winter?
Yeah, it is.
Right.
No,
Right.
this is stupid. Okay, well, all of it has been stupid. This is just...
Add it to the inconsistencies and plot holes
Yeah,
page.
it's probably in there.
just making me more angry.
Yeah. Like, I think the blog was supposed to be like the whole thing is supposed to be like, this is happening in the real world right now. Like, it's happening in our
Yeah.
world. It's just a secret. And it's like, fine. But don't have an apocalypse then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But don't worry, they can't get COVID-19 because of the mutant thing.
Yeah, but they can probably get avian flu.
They probably can. HPIA.
COVID-19 wouldn't have even developed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so angry.
Yeah. There's various moments where he's like, I gotta go. Iggy keeps button mashing the keyboard to try and get me to go do this other thing with him. And that's like in the post in 2021. Like, Iggy just shows up and is like key smashing because he wants Fang to go play chess with him. And it's like, are you 30?
No,
No.
surely not. You have a child?
You have a child? Yeah, what? Anyway, Fang ends every single blog post with fly on, Fang.
Fly on.
Fly on.
Wow.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah. Once again, it started out kind of silly and fun and then ended badly.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I do have to share one more horrible thing. Because
Okay.
it just like, it's Dr. Martinez who's horrible.
I knew
Oh,
it.
no.
In like, just a mean way. So it's Christmas.
Okay.
And for weeks, Dr. Martinez has been saying that Fang is getting an iPhone 5 for Christmas. It's 2013.
Okay. Whoa.
And so, like, Fang has just been psyched that he is getting an iPhone 5. It's all he's wanted for so long. And Dr. Martinez is getting him an iPhone 5 for Christmas. And so Fang's like, before that, everything else I got for Christmas was like garbage.
Uh-huh.
Which, great. From your family.
Yeah,
He
for
got
sure.
a bunch of One Direction merch, but he's not gay. He got
Does it say that?
well, he says, I'm not really that into British guys or guys at all, really.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He's not gay.
He's
He
not
got
gay.
a horrendous
Gotcha.
Christmas sweater, 3 pillow pets, a book about how to avoid big ships from the gas man because he doesn't want him to because he doesn't want him to do Titanic. Which is good.
That's good.
He gets dog cologne from Total for Total.
Uh-huh.
He gets a Snuggie and he gets a cat painting.
Wow. The Snuggie and the pillow pet are very 2014.
Yeah. He specifically says other cruddy gifts include a cat painting. And then he's
Uh-huh.
like, anyway, I was getting this iPhone 5 from Dr. Martinez. Dr. Martinez sets up a whole scavenger hunt where at the end he ends up in Nudge's closet digging through her piles of clothes. Underneath is a
no.
box for Fang, iPhone 5. He opens it. There's nothing in it.
No.
He's like, it turns out Dr. Martinez forgot that she had set up the scavenger hunt when she decided last minute to get me a different gift.
Oh.
And she's the one who got me the cat painting. And she said I have to hang it up in my room even though I hate it.
What
And
the
it's
hell?
like, this is so mean.
Yeah.
She told him for weeks that she was getting him an iPhone 5. And then
What?
she decided she set up the scavenger hunt. And then she decides she's not going to get him an iPhone 5, but leave it all set up. And Fang's just like, dang, that's too bad. I'm like, this sucks.
That sucks.
This
That's
is
so mean.
This is like neglectful, abusive parent behavior.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Like that's malicious.
That's malicious. Anyway,
The hell, Dr. Martinez?
hope you enjoyed that.
I didn't.
So that's Fang's blog.
It's really unfortunate.
I think I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm
yeah,
done.
that's fair.
Yeah. Can I say one thing that I forgot to mention
Yeah.
in my part? You know how they freed all of those mutants to cross the horrible carpet and to escape into New York City.
Yeah.
It's never mentioned again.
Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't.
Listen, the ones with the organs outside we know are goners, but I thought the other bird girl was significant.
I
but
really
it turns
thought-
out the little man in my
Right?
head was wrong.
I think we were maybe confusing her with Future Max. Or
Or
Second
Max
Max.
too.
There's Max
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
who eventually cuts her hair and changes her name to Maya because she's her own person. So I think we were conflating her with Maya. But honestly, just what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's okay. I really quick just have to say one other thing.
Yeah.
Not about the blog, but have you guys seen about this book that it's like a kid's spin-off of James Patterson's The Lake House?
I did see that,
No.
and I was like, what do you
Okay,
do you
so
mean?
The Lake House is a sequel to When the Wind Blows. So it's like a kind of a duology.
Yeah.
Like, this fucking guy just writing the exact same book again for kids. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Franny Devon O'Neill is a veterinarian living in Colorado whose husband was killed 3 years ago. She meets up an FBI agent when he rents a cabin in the woods behind her house. Blah, 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 blah. Franny sees a small girl with wings running in the forest. They
Oh.
search for her and manage to catch her. She says her name is Max. She and
Oh
her
my
brother
God.
Matthew grew up as experiments in a
Matthew.
sinister lab known as the School.
Oh,
Max
so it
guides
is the
Kit and
same.
Franny. Yeah, Max guides Kit and Franny back to the school. They break in and find the rest of Max's quote-unquote flock, winged
Oh my
children
God.
named Peter, Wendy, Icarus, and Oz.
Wow.
Like, literally.
Wow.
It's the same.
It's the same. Yeah, the next book is they get put in normal lives, quote-unquote. Oz in this
Also
scenario.
like Max and a Ride.
Yeah, Oz in this scenario is Fang. Max and Fang
Okay.
have sex at some point,
Yuck.
even though I guess they're still
They're
young
11.
teens. Yeah.
Mm.
At the end of the lake house, Max lays 2 eggs.
Wait, lays 2 eggs?
She lays 2 eggs.
She lays eggs?
She lays eggs.
Lays eggs.
I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye. No.
I'm counting
No.
this as canonical for the biology episode.
No.
Why?
Anyway,
I
that's
hate
all I
this.
wanted to say about that.
Yeah. No. This is too
Yeah.
much.
I wanted to have something positive to say in this episode, but actually, fuck this.
Actually,
I have
this is
nothing good to
hilarious.
say.
It is
Not a
hilarious.
good thing at all to say about any of
Yeah.
this.
Huh.
Oh, what a good time, everybody.
Maybe the next book will be better.
The next one in the series that we're going to Max 2. No, but we'll talk about that when we start reading it. Stay tuned.
Ooh. A thrilling announcement at the end of next episode, I assume.
Yeah, I assume so. But yeah, we don't have anything to guess for next time, thankfully. So instead, let's just go right into other books we're reading that we're liking currently. Or again, I guess they don't have to be books you like. I don't know why I keep saying it that way, because then I have to edit it every time. I think the
Because
only
you like the books you're
'cause
reading.
I want to talk about a book that I like that I read.
Gee, what book could it be?
The only book I've read since last episode is the last of the currently available Murderbot Diaries books. I listened to the audiobook for System Collapse. I had so many feelings. It was so good. It's another novel-length installment in the series. I just have so many feelings about robots. I have feelings about
Nice.
robots. Oh, they just love humans so much. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's all I read. It's great. I'm not going to say anything because I think both of you maybe intend to read them
I
at
do.
some point. So, no
Hopefully
spoilies,
so.
Yeah.
but
No spoilies, please.
they make my heart feel warm and fuzzy and also hurt it. And it's
Wow.
great.
Nice.
That's my review of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm currently reading the next Mercedes Lackey book, The Gates of Sleep, in the series I have picked up again. Because I'm also rereading things for my mental health.
I should do that.
Because Sam's therapist said she should reread things, so I'm doing
Yeah.
it too.
It was
Yeah.
mostly to get me off TikTok before bed, but you know.
It can get me off Facebook Marketplace before bed.
There you go.
It's important.
Yeah, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Well, besides ACOTAR, I'm reading all the same things. I haven't finished anything in like 4 weeks,
Nice.
so nothing new there. But I did start listening to Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, which is like a cowboy romance. And it's
Wow.
great. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
Don't listen to it at work.
Yeah.
Is it illegal?
It's illegal.
It might be illegal. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything else. I'm reading all the same stuff. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I listened to Spells for Forgetting, which was our Midlight Book Club book for May.
Yeah, we're recording a little bit in advance, so some
Yeah,
of us haven't quite
little
got
early.
to the May books yet.
Yeah, it just happened to come up in my library hold.
Yeah.
Conveniently. Inconveniently, it was bad.
Wow.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is too bad.
Maybe we'll like it, Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still have hope.
The confidence in Hannah's statement. Yeah,
That's-
sure.
yeah, you might. Some people on the internet liked it
There you go.
for some reason. And yeah, since then I started listening to Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall, which is terribly rated, so that's probably going to be bad too.
I can't wait to hear what you think of it.
Have you read it?
No, I want to hear what you think of it before I read it.
Okay. Yeah, Alexis Hall wrote my favorite romance novel, so I am legally obligated to read all of his books.
Yeah, I want to like it, and it sounds like a fun premise. So if it skates by with an okay or fine, I'll read it.
Yeah, so far it is enjoyable.
Okay.
I'm only 10% into the audiobook though.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also reading Sunbringer by Hannah Kaner, which is book 2 in the trilogy that started with Godkiller. And that's pretty good so far.
Cool.
And sometime we will be reading The Book Eaters by Sunyi Dean, which is our Midlight Book Club book for June.
Yay.
Please consider rating and reviewing us, positively, ideally, on your podcatcher of choice. You can talk to us and find other related content on social media. We are at Midlight Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Tumblr, and Blue Sky. And all chapters of the show thus far are available on our website, midlightpod.podbean.com, and on YouTube.
And Fang with his final words on the subject. And because running for my life and saving the world isn't enough for this handsome devil, I started a blog.
Oh, God. God, what the fuck, Sophie?
That's just about me. That's just about me on his blog.
No. It's like us starting a podcast against our better judgment in 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.